Some really weird things about China. Chinese grandma sprouts mysterious goat horn. This story is from 2010 when the mysterious protrusion began growing. It has since then grown several inches longer, and another one started to emerge on the other side of the forehead as well. Rabies resurfaces in Taiwan for first time in 50 years, from 2013. In the movie World War Z, it's discovered that there is a rabies-type virus that had mutated, and they believe that that's what caused the zombie outbreak in the film. So it's interesting to note that in the very beginning of the movie, they actually say that a possible outbreak of rabies in Taiwan could have been the cause of the entire zombie pandemic. Could dragons be real? Several years ago, the news in China reported this, and it was footage of what many believe were a team of sea dragons. This footage that was captured in China as well that took place up in the clouds. To this day, this footage still has not been debunked and has been all over the place. And here's some more footage that was taken from China from somebody's security camera. In the late 1980s, perfectly preserved 3,000-year-old mummies began appearing in a remote Chinese desert. In a find that could turn conventional history on its head, scientists using genetic testing discovered that Caucasians actually lived in western China's Tarim Basin 1,000 years before East Asians even arrived. What's even more interesting about the story is that these really tall mummies were discovered in the pyramids of China. Did you know there were pyramids in China? Throughout the centuries, the farmers in these remote areas of China were told to actually build over these pyramids. And many believe it was a government scheme to hide this interesting connection to ancient history in China. Could these pyramids and tall bodies in China be a connection to the hidden history of the fallen angels? So this story here was really interesting. It came out in 2011. A lot of people were saying that this was a mirage city that appeared in China, that after a heavy storm, this mirage just appeared in China of a fully functioning city and cars driving by and the whole thing, right? What was interesting about this is it all came from one clip. There's no other news you could find anywhere that stemmed from any other sources but this when it came to this so-called mirage in China. As it turns out, this seems to be a bit of a hoax. Why was it perpetuated? I'm not so sure, but right here there's an interview taking place and this lady right here is looking at the so-called mirage. But it turns out that a lot of people have been able to translate what she's saying throughout the years, and she's actually just talking about the mist. There's a really pretty mist out there. And additionally, since this footage came out so many years ago, a lot of people have been able to do Google Earth searches, and they found that everything that's in this footage is actually there in real life. It really was just a mist that was around the little island out there that people were talking about. It seems like it was either in the translation that somebody just had a little fun with the translation, or there's the other option that this was a purposefully reported hoax to really get it out there, to hide the fact and the truth of when these things actually happen. Because this did actually happen in China once before, many years before this. Rare mirage lasts for 4 hours off East China's shore, and this is from Thursday, May 11th, 2006. You can find multiple sources on this story. You can find footage, It's out there. This one actually happened. And it's interesting because in each story I found, they always made reference to the history of this area, which was known by the locals as a dwelling place of the gods. The other thing that's interesting is how they try to explain it away. They say that it's formed when moisture in the air becomes warmer than the temperature of seawater, and it refracts rays of sunlight to create reflections of the landscape. Well, possibly. But my question is this: if that's the case, why isn't this happening all the time? And it's not. And speaking of the fallen angels, these mysterious gigantic structures are being found in the deserts all around China. Right now they're building this interdimensional portal, it would seem, in the middle of their cities. The picture that you're looking at the top is made of an astounding 3,000 tons of steel, and it'll glow at night as well, decorated with 12,000 LED lights. According to the municipal government in the city, they say the titanic structure does absolutely nothing except served as an elevated sighting position. They claim it's pretty, and that it's landscape architecture, like the Eiffel Tower. So is that all it is? Is it just architecture? Could it actually be a functioning Stargate someday, or even now? Or maybe it is connected to the fallen ones. We find these Stargates all over the place. We find a lot of connections with these Stargates in ancient ruins, even connected to Nimrod as well, who many believe was a fallen angel himself. Speaking of the spiritual, Gateway to Hell, fiery pit manifests in China. And then we have this really weird footage. This has been online for a few years and has been seen by millions of people. This is another one of those that nobody's debunked yet or been able to debunk. It was taken by a guy that was on vacation in China. If you look up UFO or flying humanoid China 2012, you'll find this video all over the place. And you'll see in the original video that the guy was having a hard time capturing this. He was moving his camera around and kept trying to capture it. But since then, people have done videos where they've done like a frame-by-frame analysis of what this is. Let's take a look at this. This is from the original. Now, as you can see, he's having a hard time making it out. And there it is. You can barely see it, but you can see it there next to the building. Whatever it is, it's really weird. Is it some kind of a flying humanoid? Or is it somebody wearing some kind of a suit? Who knows? And that's just some really weird things about China. Hey, thanks for watching.